Hello everybody, I'm Serta, and welcome back to Techtonica. Okay, in between episodes I did a little bit of stuff, got some more research cores built, and I'm ready to continue. So, I need to get out in that direction because we have iron, copper, limestone, all right here. And in between episodes I went and sorted out a few things and overloaded myself. So I've had to offload all of this limestone. And the reason I had so much limestone was because I did some more digging. So before we get going, let's just pop back to Lima. Now, while I was doing my thing in this area, I happened to look at the map and I noticed that there was a green dot. And it seemed to be somewhat underneath the Lima base, or behind it. So I went and I dug my way there. Not too far in, and there's another chest, and it has blue cores, which we don't even have yet, so cool. Alright, let's head back to Victor. Okay, on the left-hand side you can see your tasks and tips, and it tells you what's the next repairs required for the terminal, for Victor Terminal. You need 100 plant matter frames, 2,400 copper ingots, 2,400 iron ingots. There are other tips. Build in place core composer on a power floor with 5 activated crank generators. We will get there. We also need to decipher a signal by placing down an unknown number of power floors. You can see a progress bar there, so we're on our way there. And then also decipher another signal by placing an unknown number of crank generators. Now, I think that's I think it might be 10. Can't remember. But I'm not going to focus on that right now because I want to get things set up so that it makes all of those tasks a little easier. Now, as you can see, I've reorganized my toolbar at the bottom. So I've got my logistics stuff on the top line, and I've got machines, my discovery items, and electrical stuff in the bottom bar. So if we press F9, we can continue building power floors. So I'm just going to build this path. I'm going to continue building this pathway out. Okay, so we put down the required number of power floors. So that has deciphered a signal and they want us to report. I'm not going to do that immediately because I want to get my smelting area set up. Okay, I have the platform set up. Not complete yet. I ran out of power floors, but that's fine. Now, the power floors can connect to each other not via steps. Steps don't transmit electricity, but you can build a frame like this and you can connect power floors. I've just put these down as an example, but eventually we will use them. Problem here is, we're going to have to go up. Unless, of course, we're going to do a bit of research. And I did stash a few more purple cores and I wanted to get the flatten. So this will be the flattening for the mole. Okay. So now if we go into the mole and we press Z, we can choose to tunnel or flatten. And to lock that in, press Z again, and now we can start flattening areas. Now the nice thing about doing this early is you actually do have, you do get all the plant matter, and you get limestone. Both elements are very important for biobricks. So I'm going to clear out some space because this is where I'm going to put my miners. Oh, and keep a lookout. There's something else to scan in this area, which I completely missed. We already have that, so yeah, we got the materials. Cool. Okay, so I flattened this area out, so I exposed some of the wall. And I'm going to go and have a look at the iron side and see if I need to do the same. Alright, that's sorted. I've exposed enough space to put in 3 miners, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to place them right now. Now, you do want to try and have your miners in a straight line, just for neatness sake, but you don't really have to, because they do extend. But I'm going to set them in anyway. And I'm going to leave 2 spaces between them, and there is a good reason for that. Now we could dig around and expose all the sides of the deposit. When we need to, we can do that. We can also bring stuff across because we are making ingots on the other side. We just need to kind of automate that a little bit more if we want to bring that stuff over. But for now, 3 of each miner on this should be more than enough. This one's nice and flat, so 1 there, 2 spaces between, and 2 spaces between. Okay, now the reason I want the spaces between is because there's a port on the side that we're going to need to access in order to drop fuel in, which we will also automate at some point because having to run around and top up the biomatter in these machines is a little bit of a pain. Okay, so before we carry on, let's go and have a look at that radio signal and see where that leads us.
Triangulated. New location added to HUD. Mind the voltage.
Mind the voltage. Okay, yes, this is a conveniently positioned pathway. Alright, so if I line it up, it looks like it goes straight through here. So, yeah, let's bore. Oh, look at that. Okay, so in this area we've got accumulators. Now these are batteries. Right, so in this area we've got all these accumulators. Some of them are broken and you can scan them. Some of them aren't, which means you can reuse them at some stage. So we'll run around, we'll scan all the broken ones, get them out of here. And then once we're done, we're going to have a look in that building. Yeah, and while we were around, there is... Oh, nice. 300 power floors. We'll take that, thank you. And we continue. Okay, and once we get to the back, we see this huge thing. We can scan that. And that is one of 5 high voltage cables. That's pretty massive. And then we see this machine. Now, we'll learn more about it, but essentially it allows you to connect power grids. So you have a power floor over here. You have another power floor somewhere else. You have one of these on the other side. You connect the 2 with a cable and boom, you have shared power. So let's have a look inside this building and see what we can find.
Still around, they wouldn't be here. These places were
blue
pretty
core.
much built.
All right, hard drive. And that gives us mole speed 2 to research. This gives us, oh nice, 3 more crank generators. Okay, we have this.
This sector was a dream come true for hydroelectric power.
Oh, we have a hover pack.
Power source.
Oh, and here's something else that we can scan. That gives us an overhead light. Fantastic. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these 2 floors. Right. We now have batteries connected to our base. That's pretty cool. The game wants us to start building crank generators, so, and also the core composers. So I'm going to put some power floors down in this direction because this is where we're going to have, and they take up a lot of space. Ceiling is relatively high here, so yeah, I'm going to go as low as possible. So I'm going to put them pretty much at water level. Okay, so we have the connection to the bottom. And then I'm going to... Now these are huge, so yeah, don't hold back too much. And I'm really sorry for what I'm doing to the environment. And those rocks were destructible. That's a darn good thing. Let's see if these are. Yes, they are. Oh, fantastic. So we'll stick our first core composer down. But before we do that, I have technology to unlock. And under transportation, we found that hover pack. So let's get it done. Now that allows us to hover. So let's go and build that. Equipment, hover pack. Super, we've got a hover pack. And then we can just hover. That's excellent. All right, let's get that core composer. We'll pop it down over here. Number 4. And where's a good spot, I suppose? Yeah, that's as good as any. Okay, now that needs power, which means we need to start putting down crank generators. And I think I'm just going to use this area over here. So we need to put down some power floors. Well, actually, we don't need to really because we can just put them down over here. So we have 13 that we've found along the way. So fortunately, we didn't have to build them. Now, you see that bar? Now, I spoke about it in the last episode, doing research. That's connect. Now, if you had individual cranks, you would have to go and activate all of them manually. And they last for 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, you got to come and crank it up again. You're going to have to do that anyway. But now, with this crank connect, you only have to do one. Or maybe two, depending on how many you have. Alright, cool. We've got another location to check out. But now if I go and crank this, it cranks all of them, which is such a benefit. However, this is still going to be a pain in the butt, so we are going to have to find an alternative. Now, I have visited Lima a few times just to top up those miners and smelters and grab the ingots. So we do have some stuff on us. Not critical to rush now. But now that we do have power, I'd like to put down a couple of machines. Just a couple of assemblers. Because it's a huge benefit. Now, do I have any assemblers built? I'm pretty sure I built some. Apparently not. So, under production, I'm just going to build 5 for now. Okay, the first one is built. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... This is a temporary fix. So assemblers do require power. So I'm going to pop it in there, and then I'm going to grab a case and pop it next to it. And we'll just do this. And then in here I want... Did I not unlock? Oh no. I didn't unlock biobricks. Alright, well, that shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, back to Lima. Okay, we're back. 5 minutes has passed. Crank it up. And then we can research biobricks. Cool, now that should be available. And in the assembler, biobricks. And that needs plant and limestone. So we'll pop that in. I've left my limestone in a container up over here. So let's check this out.
New location added to HUD. Exceptional dimensions.
Ooh, exceptional dimensions. That's quite a big one then. And we'll drop a load of limestone in. And now this is going to make me some biobricks, which means that I can just, for now, offload what I've got. I did pick up quite a lot. Anyway, that's going to make us some more. Okay, let's check out this new location. RH to the west. Right, let's see if we can get through this side. Yeah, it looks like there's a route that we could probably take through and get to a river. Alright, we are through. Yeah, we can jump that pretty easily. So let's start scanning. New locations, new goodies. Yeah, and always keep your eyes open because you never know what you might find lying on the ground. So this is HVC reach. Okay, so that's the high voltage cable reach. Anyway, let's continue across to our target location. Okay, let's see if we can find a short route through here. That looks pretty good. Oh, it's a new plant. And we'll just gather that. In fact, we're going to gather all of these because you also get the seeds. And farming is coming soon. Alright, one shot and we're straight through. Alright, this is a pretty nice location. Ah, see, we have a room here. Alright, we need to come in a little bit further up. So, perhaps over here. Alright, cool, we've broken through. Okay, let's go and have a look at what we need for the store. Unpowered. Ah, yes. Do I have crank generators on me? I do. Number 9. Just have to slap one down. Crank it up.
Power restored.
Doors opening. Delete it. Okay, we got it back. Okay, so there's goodies to scan in here. Most importantly...
Jackpot. A warehouse. I knew that gigantic door was a good sign.
Research core. Oh. Filter inserters. Fantastic.
Scan
We'll
this
take
place for some
those.
basic electrical machines, especially those planters and threshers on the racks, and pick up anything else you can find.
And there's planters and threshers. So, what do we have here? Monorail system? Oh, wow. Alright. Okay, so the filter inserters, you need to scan all of them. Okay, so we've checked that box, and now we've got all these planters to check out. But, yeah, there's nothing in these boxes except for, I think, the second last one, where there is Atlantum ingot. So that's nifty. Alright, let's just scan all of these planters. Another box hidden in the corner. Excellent. Accumulators and crank generators. Very nice find. Okay, now we need to get up to the top. Now I'm moving extremely slowly because I am getting very full. And these are threshers. Alright, now that we've cleared all the scannables out, there's some more Atlantum. And there is a building. Right, it needs 40 processor units, which we don't have right now. Alright, well, Sparks wants us to blow things up. That's apparently a mining explosives fragment. So, there's, yeah, the rest of the stuff in this place is hidden behind that door, which we can't access at the moment, but that is 100% okay. So, with my overloaded self, I'm going to creep back to base. But not without scanning this. While I'm on my way there, I did pick up a couple of accumulators. So, I'm going to place them down. Okay, but now we really need to get things set up properly in this area so that we can get our essential items set up and all moving. So, first things first. We got our miners. We do have some conveyor belts, but I don't think we've got enough yet. Okay, and then we just build out our conveyor belts while being very careful that we don't block access to the other port. And that should do it. Now, these merger splitter things appear when you join conveyor belts together. So they are very handy. Alright, so that should handle that. Let's get this started. I'm going to do the second belt system at the same time, even though we don't really have enough belts. Okay, sometimes you get stuck in a situation like this because the belts do automatically jump, but if I go over now, I'm not going to be able to connect these lines. So, to fix that, I'm just going to stick a belt going in that direction over there. And I'm then going to bring this one over. Now that should join the lines. Okay, I need to make that happen. So, yeah, you see, when they're not in a straight line, it does make it quite tricky. And my power just went down. Now I'm busy trying to finagle this into position because it's not doing what I wanted to do. Now, if I delete this one and this one, I was kind of hoping that would just join up. But no, it says That means that maybe, alright, we can probably remove that temporary piece now. Put one over there. And extend this out by one. Okay, so after much finagling, I finally got it right. And it all seems to be okay, but if I delete that one, it messes up the entire conveyor. So, yeah, I'm not so sure. It's just going to have to stay there. But anyway, we can now start putting our inserters in. Okay, so that's going to be power in, and then outs. Okay, so as soon as these are powered, then they'll start kicking out the ore. We go and get it set up on the other side, which should be a lot easier because it's all in a straight line. Alright, much easier. I'm going to have to just position this pretty well because it's going to have to go under the stairs. Will it go? Yes, it will. Okay. So that's easy. And then we're going to need to bring in the other one, which is not going to work so well. So these stairs are going to probably move anyway. So, best to move them now. Okay, and this is going to be an incoming line. Okay, that's connected. And then we can just bring that one in, rotate, and rotate. Oh, other way, other way. There we go. Oh. Okay. These ones will be more straightforward. And this one in. Now, did I put this the wrong way around? No, I didn't. All right. But now that's not connected. So that sorts that out. Okay, so now we can automatically feed them fuel. Good. Okay, so what I want to do here in this back corner, this is where I'm going to put my smelting operations, which means that I need to bring my ore in. And I want the ores to come in from the same direction because I want the outputs to come through this way so I can go down here. So there'll be a few neat tricks in this as well. So let's have a look at our layout. Okay, I am building more belts because I know I'm going to probably run out. So what I'd like to do here is have my iron ore belt come in from this side and run through that in that direction. Then I'm going to have my smelters. Okay, but I'm going to start over here with my smelters. I want to make this expandable because there's a good chance that I'm going to probably be doing more. First smelter over here, and we can just line them up. That's fine. Then we're going to need a gap of, I'm thinking, probably 5. Because we need 3 belts running through. Yeah, that'll work. And then this will be the copper. Yeah, so the iron will come in from that side, copper will come in from this side. I'm actually going to bring it in and up on this side. And we're going to need, well, I'm going to start with 5. I could probably get away with 4. Let's just do 4 of each. And then what we will do, I think on this side is where we will have, we'll have fuel coming in from this side. That way we can continue running it. All right, so belt. The belt will go, oops. We'll run the belt through to there. That will be our fuel in, and then we'll take this. That will be our iron ingots out, and then this will be our copper ingots out. Perfect. That means that we're going to need to go down. Yeah, this will be a little interesting. So, I'm going to bring my iron up here. Okay, so here's the line. I just need to line up with that. And we'll put a piece of belt in. And we'll give it a rotate. Just like that. And then grab that. Will it match up? Oh no, we need to bring it down. I'm not sure I'm far enough away. Okay, we'll take that and we'll take it down. And there we go. We've got a belt coming out the floor. So if we go here and close that up, that looks pretty neat. Okay, so that's our iron input sorted out. Now I'm going to need to expand this platform just a little bit more. Just to hide the belts, make it look decent. Then this belt will need to come in. I think we can just bring it in from this side. No, actually, let's keep it consistent. We'll bring it in from this side. And this will be the location. That in, and it should join up. There we go. It is, and that looks pretty neat. See what I did here? I made the spacing all wrong on these. Alright, let me just fix that quickly. Right, that's all sorted out. So that's all set up. Now I need to start thinking about getting all the other bits and pieces set up. I do have biofuel being produced. And I think I just need to top up this assembler. Oh yeah. But I have a fair bit on hand, so that'll at least get us started. But that also means that I need to set up some kind of an automated or somewhat automated assembly in this area to get our biofuel production running. Alright. Trust me, I have a plan. Okay, so I broke down the assembler on that side, and I'm going to put it in place. It's not going to be completely automated or formal as yet, but I think this little area here is fine for the biofuel. We'll start with a storage box. And we'll pop that in over there. Yeah, that's acceptable. Then I'm going to grab the assembler and I'm going to put that in. Now, these assemblers actually take quite a lot of input in order to work properly. So, once again, this is going to be temporary. And I'm going to use fast inserters here because the transfer is, let's just have a look at the recipe. It needs 25 plant matter and 50 limestone to make 1, or to make 10. So fast inserters there and there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 more storage containers. There and there. And these will be fast inserters as well, just to make sure that we are topping it up as quickly as possible. Then what we can do is we can put all the plant matter in there. I'll go and grab the rest on the other side. Alright, grass in and limestone in. And there we go. We are now going to be making biofuel pretty quickly. Right, this biofuel does need to go somewhere, so we're going to have an output. So we're going to grab a belt, rotate it, and chuck it straight into the middle. Now, we also need to get this stuff further out. So what I will do here, and I think I can, yeah, I'll bring a line in over here. Yeah, I think I made a little mistake, but it's not something that I can't rectify. Okay, so we'll just continue the biofuel going in this direction, and we're going to hook it into a raised line. Okay, and then we're going to grab our conveyor on the end of this one and bring it down to meet that. Okay, so that should sort out biofuel for us. Well, not entirely, because I still need to finish that line. Okay, I think I have everything set up. I had to switch the direction of a couple of belts, but everything up here looks neat and tidy. Anyway, in order to execute this plan, I need to unlock another technology, and that is long inserter. So we're going to do that. And that means that I'm probably going to have to make more inserters because we are going to run out. But before we get this ball rolling, I would like to set up the storage boxes for this. So, firstly, we should probably have a buffer on the incoming side, so for the raw materials. Put in some conveyor belts coming off here, and then more coming back on this side. Okay, so that sorts out our income buffer. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, that's that. And then to store our, or to buffer up our ingots, we're going to put one over here and one over here. Oh, wrong place. Okay, so these are actually going to go into the floor and they're going to come up where we need them. Drag that one around, and then this will drop into the floor from here. Okay, I hope I've got enough space, otherwise I might have to go one more out. And then this one, and that will run out next to this one. Alright, so all we really need to do now is put inserters in. Okay, I said I was going to go into the floor with these two outputs, but yeah, I don't need to, because these two belts are going to go straight out in this direction, and we're going to get our basic materials all automated. Now, you may have noticed that I did accidentally put this line around. That was incorrect, so after going through and checking again, I realized that this is the incoming line with the ore, so that needed to be cut off, and I just changed it and put it in over here. I've put all the inserters in, so I've got fast inserters and long inserters. The long inserters are going to bring the fuel in, and the fast inserters are going to take the ingots out, and then they're going to get buffered. I've got the normal inserters in and out of the buffer. That's fine, because there's a bypass. Okay, and that applies to both sides. It applies to the ores as well. There's a bypass. This is just a buffer, just to make sure that this line is constantly running. And all I really need to do now is start adding the fuel. So if I pop in a couple of these, slowly, this whole system should kick into action. Okay, so these are only going to take a couple of fuel because, yeah, they're going to top themselves up, and then the overflow will then go out to the iron mine, which means we're going to be getting copper first. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just go and manually put some iron in just to get those rolling. Because, yeah, all the copper mines already started. So let's get the other side going. All right, so if you want to just put a few in, you can right click and it puts one at a time. So we'll just put 5 in there. These last ages, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to get iron ore produced. The iron ore is going to come up, and soon enough we will see, well, hopefully we will see iron ore and copper ore coming through these lines, these two lines. And unless I've hashed this up really badly, everything should work. Okay, there's the iron ore coming in, and this has already started overflowing, so that's great. So that'll back up. I don't think this production is going to, this little setup is going to do what we need. It will work for a while, but eventually it's going to become a problem. So yeah, we're going to need to set up a more automated, permanent solution for biobricks. There's our first copper ingot, and I think I made a hash up. Yes, it looks like these are the wrong way around, so no worries, and they all turned in the right direction, and here comes our iron ingots. Fantastic. All right, with that all done and set up and working somewhat as it should, see, we're not quite up to full production, and I think what I'm probably going to need to do, I see there are spaces on the belt. I have 2 inserters putting out the ores, and it is keeping up. So yeah, that's no problem. The fourth smelter is always going to be struggling a little bit, because it's just a little bit extra. So one miner makes just a little bit more than one smelter can handle, a slight bit more. So from time to time, the fourth one will get some ore. But yeah, with that all operational and working as it should, we're going to call it on this episode. Next episode, we're going to build out the assemblers to build all our basic stuff and even some of the advanced stuff, and we'll plan that out. And perhaps we'll start getting into a little bit of farming as well, just so that we can maintain our biobrick production. So yeah, if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Give us your comments. Let me know if you've seen anything that I've missed. Probably had some people screaming a little bit with the mistakes that I've made. I should have gone a little bit lower on the belts underneath the platform. But these ones I'm never really going to bother with again. The ones further down the line, I'll drop it another block down. There should be 3 blocks so that you can actually walk under there and see what you're doing. But yeah, thank you for joining me. And until next time, cheers.